Welcome back, everybody. This is NFC North West Coast Edition. We are doing part 2 today with the entire NFC North in the house. Yeah, so still lots to get through, and let's continue our reflection. So let's get into it. Boom. Okay, what was your highest high moment of the season?
I have a couple.
Oh, okay. You're very optimistic. I like this about you. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? Go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so I would say top two that share that top one would be Bears and Vikings game, because I did that
The
with
first
my
game
wife
of the
for
season?
No.
The
When
second
I
game.
went,
Oh,
when I went to the Bears
yeah,
and Vikings game
gotcha.
with my
Yep.
wife,
Yep.
because that was super cool.
Yep.
That's where I got my 9 jersey. Vikings Bengals, because that's the first game I ever went to as a Vikings game, and that was awesome.
Okay.
The shutout and getting Metrodome number 18 and number 19 seats.
Wow. You
Good
got
season
pretty sentimental there. Now I feel like I should say when I went to the Bears game. But that wasn't the highest high. Can be completely honest. It was a great high. But
It was a great
West
Coast?
Yeah. Are we talking playoffs or regular season? Because playoffs would be comeback against the Packers. Regular season would also be comeback against the Packers.
you.
That was my highest high.
Okay. Was okay on not really a high or not really a low. It was more of a hold of your breath when he threw that fade away half court to Cole Kmet into the back of the end zone. Like,
yeah, I mean,
just
okay. If we're gonna talk about like singular moments, that's my gosh.
Well,
this season,
I mean, that's a
high.
high.
We get one.
Next level, yeah. But
I mean, I was just pointing out
that you're right. That was a very high moment as well. But then it was like immediately a devastation after because we lost. So it takes the high down. At least with like the Packers comebacks, that high stays there because it was a victory. You know what I'm saying? So, all right.
I like that golf ball swing though.
JC?
It's 2, of course. It's the interception that Caleb Williams threw to the Packers to seal that game. So I'll throw it back at you. And the first week against the Lions, where it looked like we could have potential to like do a long run. That game and that one time, I think I'm correct to say, we had total control of that game.
That's sad, bro. Your highest high was in the first game of the season.
No, the first one was at the end of the season.
Yeah. Barely squeezed away.
It's the first time we got to see Micah Parsons on the field. It's the first time we ever saw Tucker Kraft actually seen as maybe he is an elite tight end. So these are 2 things that I got to like, yeah, those are great highlights. Okay. And then by week 10 or week 11, they were gone. So.
Eddie?
Highest high for the Packers was.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because they went into first place after that game, so it makes sense.
I'll follow that theme with like the top 2, and they're both against the Bears. Beating both versions of the Bears, putting up 50 on your former OC to be like, yeah, we're good. Obviously, we know how it ended, but then showing the resilience when we have nothing to play for other than to mess up potentially your playoff, seed. Just the fact to show like we're still resilient even when we have nothing to play for.
Yep.
Using my word resilient, I see.
Okay.
I learned it today.
The word of the day.
Yes. What was the most painful loss of the season?
This this segment, dude.
We're reflecting. This is how we reflect.
She's like very one-sided.
What? How is it one-sided? It's not my fault. You guys' teams, I mean, barely made the playoffs, but it's not my fault. This is how we reflect.
I can jump in on this one.
All right, go ahead, Eddie.
The spectacle that should have been on Christmas. Netflix game, Lions versus Vikings, losing to a backup quarterback and just getting, belt to butt was not fun. So
Yeah.
Get that Brosmer.
man threw for like negative yards. God dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Painful.
I have some I have like 5 painful, so I'm trying to
Which
I'm
one?
trying to rank them.
Which
so I
dagger
can give
hurt the most?
I mean, obviously the most painful is going to be the loss to the Rams, but we're not counting the playoffs. So I'm trying cuz so I think about week 1 against the Vikings, losing that, letting them come back. I think about the onslaught against the Lions, embarrassing as I think about, what could have been if Caleb had another game-winning drive the first time we played Green Bay. And then the same thing against the Niners, like that last drive, he's just both times just a TB short. And so, it sucks when you are like right there and you come up short. But yeah.
You know mine? They're going to be losing to the Browns.
Yeah.
Tying the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay. Losing to the Bears.
But that tie.
Losing to the Bears in that
tie
manner.
got you.
With that. Yeah, but we were in a position to win. Like, we shouldn't have tied that game. We were okay with just going for the kick. That's the dumbest way to coach. And then, of course, that Bears game where the onside kick and all that, the mess happened. So, yeah, those suck. I would say the Vikings at the end, but you guys played our backups. So, that doesn't really feel like it's something that it's going to haunt me very long.
Did Dill
Always
say
the
his?
backups of the backups.
No.
Of the backups.
Dill. Lock in. Most painful loss.
I was locked in. I was listening to him. I was sorry. I zone out sometimes, but yeah, I was listening to him. Backups of the backups.
You guys want a beer?
Always...
You want a beer,
I
Jack?
think, JC, if you guys would have lost to the
Actually, I
Cowboys,
changed my mind. Yes, I do.
you guys would have lost to us in the final ones, and we
If
would
you
have
join me.
easily won. Oh, did we pause?
No, we're just popping open a burr.
Oh,
You okay with Guinness?
Oh, guess so.
That's fine. I also got these, the ones that these, and then.
I'll take
I
one.
mean, I do
You
like
can
it.
just
I
put
got
it.
micheladas.
Okay, yeah. Give me one of those.
Put one in the camera for me. I'll take it.
Eddie, michelada?
Yep.
All
All
Can I
right.
have one? I
No.
want one. Yeah, just put it to the camera for me. Just.
Oh,
What the
cheers,
Cheers for the season.
cheers to our most painful losses.
We need a drink. Cheers.
Jesus.
Oh, I guess I haven't even said mine.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
we're waiting, bro.
We already know it.
Where the did he get a bottle of
I don't know it. What did
Jackie
you say?
passed it to me.
What did you say?
No, okay, so I would, McCarthy injury sucked a lot.
Bro, can
but
you just tell us the loss?
Seeing Brosmer get coached badly and making the decision of making a rookie undrafted quarterback for his first game try a 4th down and goal. He didn't know what to do. He's probably never been in that
Really good.
situation.
What game?
So, what do you mean? What game? When he
What
got
was your
blown
most
out?
painful? Oh, you're
When we
shut
could've
out. You're
easily-
shut out.
w-
You're shut
w-
out.
I'm shut out.
What was the most painful loss of the season?
Seeing Brosmer get coached badly.
What game was that?
Yeah, I don't remember what
Brother.
game that was. Do you remember what game it was? Who you were playing? What week? Was it at home? Was it away?
Falcons?
Oh, so yeah, your shutout.
Yeah,
Okay.
during the shutout.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood.
During the
Yeah.
shutout, when
Being
it shouldn't have been a
sucks, for
shutout,
sure.
when we should have just kicked a field goal. Instead, he got a pick six and that was the game basically right there.
Understood. Okay.
If we would have kicked the field goal, points.
Bro, don't talk
Points,
to me about
points,
kicking
points.
field goals. Very upset about that. Okay. Alrighty. This is kind of an interesting one because I mean I'll just ask it because I'm trying to think. So when did you start believing or stop believing in your team?
I
Mm.
believe.
I believe that we
I
can
believe
win.
that. I believe that we can win. I
Okay.
believe that we can win. Always believe, man. Bleed purple, believe purple all day long.
Okay. So you never stopped believing in your team. You always believed that they
No.
were going to make it to the playoffs, which is weird
I
because they were
mean-
out like week 14.
You didn't. What's your question? Are we believing in another
Okay,
team, or are we
okay, let me
believing in
specify.
that
Let
our
me
team is
specify
gonna
it
go to
because here's the
playoffs?
thing. Here's the thing. You know, let's be honest. None of us are okay with mediocre teams. We all want our teams to be successful, which means the only way you're successful in the NFL is if you win a championship. And how you win a championship is you have to at least make it to the tournament. You have to at least make it to the playoffs. So anything short of a playoff appearance is not, you know, that's kind of where you want to be. You want to believe that your team's going to make the playoffs, right?
That's
I didn't
not what I
believe, I'm
said
not going to
in the
lie, I
beginning.
didn't believe the Bears were going to make the playoffs when the season started. I hoped, I really hoped, but I didn't believe it because it was Ben Johnson's first year and we were 5-12 last year. So it's, you know, and in a division with 3 teams that made the playoffs. So it felt like a long shot when the season started. On your guys' behalf, I would assume most of you believed for most of the season that you would make the playoffs. If I'm JC, I probably
No.
never stopped
No.
believing because the Packers were in it, but maybe you lose a little hope. I don't want to speak for you, but I'm just,
Well,
trying
when
to-
they beat him or when they beat the Lions, that was like we got in by default.
yeah.
That's when I stopped believing, by the way.
When we made the playoffs. is
No.
when I
Hear me
stopped
out. Hear me
believing.
out. Hear me out. When you guys were mathematically eliminated, I knew that Matt LaFleur would stop trying in the season, and we didn't play Jordan Love at the end. We didn't play other players. We didn't experiment. We didn't do anything that we would need to do to actually be successful in the playoffs.
Mm.
When you guys got mathematically eliminated, I knew, holy shit, that's game over for us. That's it. GG.
Okay. Eddie?
So I 2 levels of stopping believing. Obviously again, my team. I stopped believing that we were a contender, again, not Super Bowl contender, but a deep playoff run contender after what the Eagles did to us. Because I always believed in our offense, even with a bad defense and injuries. But once I saw that run of defensive, just we had to put up 40 just to compete, awful. And then the true loss of obviously hope was
How did you let that team, or not you, but how did your team let that team get 40 points?
they didn't. No. That game we lost. It was like 14-10.
Oh, okay.
But
I
after that
heard
game,
the
we
40
started
points, so-
we started getting 40 points put on us. Like
Okay.
that was like the turning point with all the injuries.
Makes more sense.
But it was realistically once Green Bay beat us a second time, that's when I lost hope for like the playoffs, because in my mind I was like, I thought that the Vikings and the Bears would split with us, which mathematically would eliminate us at that point. And so at that point I was like, hope.
Makes sense. Dill?
To be honest, I didn't think we were gonna go to the playoffs in the beginning of the season. To be honest, and if I don't know if I said it in the first beginning of the podcast, when y'all started this whole entire thing,
Yeah.
but not
You're day
started,
one.
But
Thank you.
I think like, I did see a lot of good things that I do believe in. And I think I still believe. I didn't think we were gonna make it to the playoffs. That was I saw how good
When did
McCarthy
you
was.
know? When did you like we're like, we're not making it to the playoffs? It couldn't have been the first week.
To be honest, week 3 when we had to send Carson Wentz in there.
Oof.
I mean, like,
Okay, I mean
when
I get it.
well-
I get yeah. You know what? That makes
well-
sense to me. You're hearing that JJ has another injury. You're gonna go through that all over again. So I could see where that's like, you lose a little belief. I'm
Yeah.
not.
you know,
I feel like me
But-
saying it when you stop believing, everybody was like, "No, I always believe in my team." So just try and get that out of your brain. This season. The way this season has gone is what
but
I'm specifically talking
I didn't
about.
I didn't believe my team was going to make the playoffs.
Interesting.
originally.
Why?
Because I didn't think. I probably
You
said
were
in the
14
beginning
and
of
3
the
last year. Why?
Yeah, with a different quarterback.
Okay, so see, now you're start. Remember when we asked what position group
Okay.
worries you the most?
That doesn't worry me anymore, though. That's
okay.
the problem.
Okay.
He's like,
so in the
that's not
beginning,
worrying.
it did. At the end, okay, that's fair enough. This is a reflection. This is looking back on the season. So.
He already proved that he can kick the Bears' ass. Then he got injured
Whoa,
because he's
whoa,
made
we're
of
1-1.
glass.
You
And
simmer
now
down
once
there a little bit.
once he gets some calcium in his bones and he can
And you
take some
played
hits,
Caleb week 1 in this offense. That's brand new, bro. See you next year, buddy.
That's
Keep
fine.
talking.
all right. To be honest, you didn't look too hot when we saw you later on in the year either. So
We still beat you. A win's a win.
why a
Dubs
last minute miracle?
Dub's a dub. Well, Caleb's clutch. What
I know.
Can I say?
I watched it. I was talking shit right at the very end, and I was like, "Ah, look at us!" And then I was
JC
like,
disappeared.
"Oh, look at us! Oh God, there he goes! There he goes, all the way to the 40, to the 50. Oh, he's out at the 50. Okay,
Oh, was that
Buxton.
Duvernay's return?
yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah,
that was
with,
his,
like-
His
that
only
was
one
his
of the
only
year.
one good play
Right.
of the entire year, by the way.
Why now? I know.
It's crazy. I hope that we don't keep him. I should have said that. I should have said the
So-
position that worries me the most is our returner. Man, I wish we could find the next Devin Hester, but I don't think we'll ever find the next Devin Hester. All right. Okay. Oh, I didn't go. Oh. Okay. Okay.
You seem very, very
Okay.
tailored to
Well,
the Bears.
because again, so I'm trying to think of like when I started to believe because we talked about it. We did a stat on how many 0-2 teams make the playoffs, and it wasn't like the odds are definitely against us. Then we beat Dallas, and then the Raiders game. Eddie, those were great times. Bro.
Hell yeah. So drunk. Oh my god.
Okay. It's something about that Commanders game though. When I feel like we exercised our demons. Like everybody was like, "Oh," and it's the whole Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams storyline, right? Number 1 pick, number 2 pick. Lost, the Hail Mary last year. So I think that's when I started to kind of believe things feel different this year because normally that's a game the Bears would lose, really. But I would say where I really started to believe we could make a run was the Philly game because there was so much noise, and I think it was kind of getting to me a little bit because everybody was like, the Bears are frauds. They've played below 500 teams all year long, and they have, that's the only way they have a winning record. And then we played that Philly game, and we played great. And then the 49ers game too was just like, okay,
We can hang with the
we're-
big boys.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, look at we were there. We
Going
were there.
upward.
We
When-
almost beat the
when did
Raiders,
you
so-
stop believing?
Line grab.
Oh, I never stopped believing. That's when I started.
So
I
the question
did-
wasn't for you, basically.
I didn't. No, it says start or stop.
Uh,
That's what the question was. When did you
Oh, I
start
heard the
believing
stop.
or stop?
You trying to
believing in
correct
this
now
team?
too, my man?
Yeah, for reals.
I
Pay
did not hear
attention,
the start.
ADHD number 2.
Twiddle dee, twiddle dum.
Alrighty, it's that time. Fun fact of the day. And again, Eddie was so good last week. I'm sending it back his way for this week. So take it away, Eddie.
So for our second fun fact, this is a cool shout out for the Lions to our new star, our rising star, Jack Campbell, our linebacker. He is the first Detroit Lion ever to receive the Butkus Award in both college and in the pros as the best linebacker in the nation, which I thought was pretty cool.
Classic. Dick Butkus. Monster of the Midway, baby. Alrighty, looks like Dylan's got a fun fact himself. So, Dylan, what's your fun fact?
This is the first year in Minnesota Vikings history that a field goal kicker did not make the Pro Bowl, but was named first kicker All-Pro.
What?
Well, you guys are so used to wide left, right?
I don't know if that's like sad or not.
What, that he didn't make the Pro Bowl? Or
You
that
just
we just
this is
all
the
of us
first
collectively as a
the first
teams have. Oh
Are you saying Minnesota kickers always
no,
make the
this
Pro
is
Bowl?
the first kicker. This is the first Minnesota kicker who didn't make the Pro Bowl.
But got all
He
pro.
didn't. So Will Reichert, he didn't go to the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
but
but
he
got all
was
pro.
named first team All Pro.
Because the reality, the players
Okay.
want all pro over
Right.
everything.
Yeah, that's the.
But the
NLDL.
fact that everyone saw how good he was and they didn't vote him into the Pro Bowl, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
that happens
So
all the
they
time.
put
though, I
him-
feel.
It does.
it
but
does for sure.
Basically,
For sure. Alrighty,
as
let's get
All-Pro.
back to the show.
kicker fun fact.
Lock in, everybody. What is the number one thing your team must fix in the offseason?
I'll go.
I mean,
Chemistry
chemistry.
with the wideouts.
I do agree with that. I don't understand
Not
why.
JJ's chemistry with them. Their chemistry with JJ. That's why the wideouts is my biggest worry.
It,
See
go-
how I connect all the dots?
it goes both ways, bro.
No, they lost me.
It goes both.
Oh,
What?
I'm back.
Oh my gosh.
It goes both ways, though. What do you mean? You can't have like the quarterback just have chemistry with the receiver and the receiver doesn't have chemistry back.
Why does the quarterback have such good chemistry with Jaden Naylor?
Probably because they were
Reps.
getting a lot of reps together in practice when JJ was not starting.
So
No, I agree with that. I
Why-
agree with what you're saying. We've talked about this plenty of times on the podcast, and where it seems, you know what? If you were day one, which I know you were, we even talked about how in training camp it seemed that JJ connected with Jordan Addison more often than with Justin Jefferson. So
well, we saw how that went.
okay. So I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it ties into, I guess, what our biggest worry was, right? So the pass rush, clearly, like the Bears we gotta get some pressure on the quarterbacks.
Offensive line.
JC's face.
Do I need to say more? We're about to lose Decker. He's going to retire. Glasgow's not a center for us anymore.
What?
Like
I know, but it's just such a turnaround or such a.
I know, and that's the part that's
It's the
crazy.
craziest-
Yeah,
Oh,
3 years of dominance, and then literally like,
that's
fell
not
off
the
a cliff.
turnaround he's talking about.
oh, for me, no, I understand. Yeah, no, I get it. But
Yes, that's the.
yeah, I get that, but it's the truth. Like, you know, I was hopeful and I was clearly wrong.
We got so much shit.
Yeah, I know. I was there,
Yeah, I mean,
but it's
that's-
true though. Like
We talk.
it's rough.
The listeners know we talked about it
Yes.
several times. So
Yeah,
I've been less mean to the
right.
Lions now.
I watch
Can
and
you-
listen to every episode now.
can
I
you
got you.
do your
What we need to fix?
not like like you must, I guess must, whatever. There's more of a sense of urgency when you say something you must fix.
So the easy one is cornerback. I said that already, but I think we also have to fix certain aspects of our offensive line. Not the whole line. I just think that we can't rely on some of these players. They're a little bit older now, and they're had ACL injury, so we need to get some help in that situation. And just
Think
to
you should-
add one more, I think we have to start looking for the new running back for the Packers because Josh Jacobs kind of tailed off at the end of the season, and he didn't look great. And I think that,
I still think he was injured.
He was playing
No,
through
he
that
was,
knee
he was.
injury. Yeah.
but he's also
I still
$15
think
million
he was.
a year.
Yeah.
And if we do decide to bring him back, because he's on a year-to-year now, like he's like,
Yeah.
we could decide to cut him and no penalty. If we decide to bring him back, we need to have the running back of the future.
Yep.
And the kid just keeps on getting injured.
Yeah,
so
Marshawn Lloyd.
Marshawn Lloyd just keeps on getting injured, and
Yeah.
I don't think he's the answer. So we need to start looking for the replacement.
You need to start looking for a new quarterback, bro.
A team that has JJ cannot talk about anything with quarterbacks. The team that let go of Sam Darnold cannot talk about quarterbacks, okay?
Alrighty, all right.
Just say,
Here's the last question of the day to wrap it up. What's a realistic expectation for next season? Super Bowl Bears, baby, incoming!
We're all deaf.
Nothing short of playoffs, though.
first place. That's hard. First place opponents
I
lined
know,
up
we
for
have
next year.
we have literally the hardest schedule in the league. So
Yeah.
just really looking forward to that.
So
That's funny because I said Super Bowl here we come. So we'll see.
Nah, dude, nah. I believe. See, you're right. We could be in a year from now. We could be sitting in complete opposite spots because, this is why I'd rather not have hope in the beginning of the season and just be pleasantly surprised.
I think our Super Bowl window is still a little bit open, and getting all our players back. I think if Matt LaFleur, we extended him, if he doesn't get to a Super Bowl, it's a failure. So that's the expectation right now. That in the next year, we at least contend to go to the playoffs and do something, especially with Micah coming back in September and Kraft coming back in September.
Yeah.
I'd say we're in the same boat. The goal for this team, while we still have a chance to try to get to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. So what's a realistic goal? Give me another 2 playoff wins, win in the wild card and win in the division round. I think that's a realistic goal to show that we're not going back downward. We'll come back up.
So I need to ask, because you guys are the inverse right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had the first place schedule.
Which was rough, yeah.
Which is rough, and then
Yeah.
you lost 2 coordinators. You're about to lose a lot of not your main coordinators, but some coordinators and assistants on that. And now you're about to have the first place schedule.
Yeah.
So
Bears still had the teams didn't live up to their expectations, but before the season started, they still had one of the toughest schedules.
by the middle point of the season, we found out that wasn't it.
Yeah, but we don't really know next year, right? It could be the same thing.
Yeah.
But what is different to me now is I have more confidence in Caleb now going into a second, year in this offense, 3rd year in the league. We've got some great young pieces in Colston Loveland and Luther Burden, and you partner that up with DJ and Rome. I don't know what's gonna happen with DJ. That's kind of still a little up in the air, but and our O-line played great this year, and so obviously there's a lot of questions on the defense, but it makes me feel confident that and sorry, Eddie, but what is very different from this team to the Lions, both of them are very efficient offense, but to me, when everything's said and done, Caleb's going to be in a much different league than,
Didn't argue.
Jared Goff. And that's what makes me feel different about sort of what you're saying, like the inverse, because here's the thing. I tried to play, being in Lions' shoes, and I had constantly said, I just don't know if Jared Goff is ever going to give him over the hump. I truly believe Caleb can get us over the hump. I think he's got that X factor, the clutchness. I think that he, if he can just reel in his ability to read the field better and just lock in, some of those, because some of his throws, man, he's got to learn that touch pass that, we see with Jordan Love. He's got to learn just to kind of finesse things a little bit, because his bullets are fucking bullets. And that
being said, you have the wide receivers to catch those bullets, because another core might not be able to catch his balls.
Well, not in the Rams game, bro, but more often than not.
It was too cold for them.
Yeah. So that's why I feel different, like
I agree.
how the flips, how the roles are reversed right now.
For
But
him-
again, like Ben Johnson said, every year's a new year.
Yeah. For him, for the Lions, I feel like everything has to go right for Jared Goff
Absolutely.
to be able to succeed.
Yeah.
If the line struggles, he struggles. If the wide receivers struggle, he struggles.
Yeah.
Caleb seems to be the opposite. When things are going wrong, he seems to play the best football.
Yeah, and let's face it, like the athleticism is night and day, and when Jared Goff's under pressure, he struggles.
Oh, yeah.
And when Caleb's under pressure, I'm not saying he's perfect, but he can make plays happen out of nothing. And
Yeah.
you think about how many times this year he could have ran and didn't because he's just constantly trying to find, plays with his arm. That's where I just think is going to be the big difference maker in,
I will say this,
the two
though.
offenses. But there's still a lot of playmakers on the Lions,
Oh, yeah.
specifically Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, he, to me, is the best running back in the league.
Yeah.
And,
He took Saquon by far.
Yeah.
He
and,
beat him.
like, Bijan Robinson obviously is in that category, too. But, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, there's just something about his breakaway speed that's just gnarly as hell.
Yeah. I do think that, I agree that the athleticism's a little bit better with Caleb. And I think there's more
A little bit.
Okay. I'm trying to be nice. A lot of it. I put the draft of
Ross.
the running of Jared Goff, and I'm not gonna lie, I slowed it down a bit, but not as much as I thought I had to. I slowed it down from like 100% to 98%, and that tells you a lot because it's not that much.
Goff's claim to fame was never athleticism. It's if you give him an O-line, he's an elite accuracy within
Yeah.
like the scheme. So to your point, like that's why he got to a Super Bowl with the Rams. That's why he's had successful lines because Rams have had a dominant O-line in front of them.
What about JJ?
Did you say your expectations?
Oh my, yeah, I did. That I
Yeah.
expect us to make the playoffs and make a
Super
run.
Bowl.
That's right. My bad. Yep. All right. Let's hear it. Vikings fan. Realistic expectations for next year.
I think we'll start off a little slow. But if I can see anything like a Caleb Williams second year, because, technically this is like a JJ second year. And, with his 8 games, he threw some picks, but he threw more touchdowns than Caleb Williams in his first 8 games. And, he threw more touchdowns than Jaden Daniels. This whole draft class, he threw more. But he did throw more interceptions. So I think he needs to learn, just like Caleb Williams needs to learn, is that touch pass. I don't think he needs to learn. He first needs to learn the strength of the touch pass first, which kind of I've seen it a couple times. But I've seen the strength. I've seen Caleb Williams throw that touch pass. I saw it a lot during the Vikings game. It was overthrown and stuff, but once Caleb Williams hones in the accuracy on that, he'll be good. JJ's got all he does is he throws fastballs. So he's got to change a lot just to start even throwing that touch pass that I maybe saw 1 or 2 of throughout him playing. But then that was towards the latter end of the year. So I'm really hoping that, that's where that, Jay Naylor, speedy, fastball, right? Chemistry between Addison and JJ need to happen because those where the floaters need to come in. He needs to trust them. They need to become on trust. They need to trust each other to throw that ball and get them up there. But okay, expectations slow, but we're going to be explosive. We're going to kick everyone's ass. We're going to the Super Bowl and ayahuasca.
Fair enough.
No expectations on that, dude.
All right.
Come
all
on,
right.
man. Your next quarterback.
This is what makes the NFC North so fun, right? Because you have 4 different perspectives, and all 4 of us are now, saying we expect to be in the playoffs, which just makes it even juicier and an even better division, because again, every team is relevant now, and it's gonna get spicy, and I'm looking forward to it, and so yeah. Alrighty. Well,
Watch out, NFC North coming at you again.
yeah. Next year we're gonna
That's
have
for sure.
3 teams in our division make the playoffs, like the NFC West. So wish we could do all 4, but I don't think
Yeah,
we
Dill,
could
that's
actually.
you. The Vikings are
Maybe
making the playoffs next year.
Maybe that could happen. I don't know.
We'd all have to like be the same. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't
Do
know
what?
how that would work.
So
If
for
all
all
4,
four make-
is it possible for? I don't think so. Because you
If
think
you
about it, you only
It
only
have.
is, but it's very
Well,
unlikely.
let's
Like,
just
yeah.
let's
No,
just
because you
think
only
about
have
it.
2
If
wild
we
card
all-
spots. So one
3.
division
We could
winner.
all
There's
lose.
3.
We
Yeah.
could all
There's 3
lose
wild
4 or
cards.
5 games.
The Packers are the 7-seed merchants.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. So it
Theoretically
is-
possible if all,
It
our
is
only
possible.
losses are against each other.
Let's
and
be
then
the
everyone
first
wins out.
Yeah.
division
that's what I
where
mean.
every team
All we
makes
need
the
to do
playoffs.
is just lose against each other.
Correct.
Okay? Deal?
No,
Nah,
no,
Good.
No.
nah.
Packers are gonna lose.
Nah. Alrighty, let's wrap it up and make our Super Bowl predictions. So here we go. It's going to be the Patriots versus the Seahawks. And I got Seahawks all the way.
I hate
Mm-hmm.
You got Seahawks still? Seahawks?
The Seahawks will
27 to
atone
like
for the
13.
throw on the 1-yard line. Seahawks all the way.
Seahawks all the way.
I
It's
got
gonna
the
be a fake
Seahawks,
throw,
dude.
and then
Oh, there you have it. Seahawks unanimously. I mean, I just look. I know Drake May had a great regular season. I haven't seen it in the playoffs. I really
Nope.
haven't.
I realize
It's been this.
he
Go ahead.
he's played like not really that good of quarterbacks.
You know what?
Defenses-
I was thinking about that.
11.
I was thinking about the Patriots' path to the Super Bowl, and oh boy, it was one of the easiest paths I've seen in a long ass time.
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
like-
this
Yeah.
is what happens with the Patriots all the time. They've had the biggest streak of luck of any team ever. So yeah,
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, you have it. NFC North. Seahawks. We want to keep the Super Bowl in the NFC, baby. Come on.
No, fuck-
NFC all day over AFC.
the Seahawks, the Seahawks. But
You're going for Patriots?
no, I'm
Oh.
only going for the Seahawks because it's shoot 2 birds with 1 stone. Because they win, the Patriots lose, and the Niners are going to be pissed off. I only hate one team more than the Seahawks that were in the playoffs or any of that, and that's the Niners. And the Niners are all crying about them lose. The Seahawks winning in their own home. So it's still a win. The Niners are mad. So
Okay.
cool. The Niners.
Alrighty, well, we'll definitely have more episodes like this where we'll break down, the season in its entirety, and there's like we said, a lot of coaching moves already happening, so definitely gotta give our evaluation on those.
We didn't pick up Eberflus.
I don't know if you did any better, bro.
I think we did better than Eberflus. He's a good defensive mind. He's just a coach, like a head coach.
We'll see.
We've seen
We'll
a
see.
lot of coordinators be
We'll
good
see.
coordinators, just not great head
Yeah,
coaches.
we'll see. Alrighty, well, that's gonna wrap it up. You guys have any last final thoughts or say before we say sayonara?
Skull.
Okay.
One pride.
Go Pack, go! Like I didn't know we were all doing.
I
that.
didn't
Okay,
either.
bear down.
Yeah.
Jeez
I didn't either.
Louise.
Your name in this is Suck Pack Suck.
I love
Again,
that.
you need
I
to
love
make
that.
the playoffs to make any of these comments. The Bears
I
talk
love
all this.
it.
They got the
I
crown
love
this
it.
year.
I love it. Packers fans just sensitive. It's okay. Get used to it.
What?
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
You.